This is Trix, and there's something that I'd really love to share with you. Something that changed me profoundly. And it's a very recent experience. You see, for years, I've prided myself in being familiar with and adept at certain technologies of the mind. Now, I won't claim I'm a master meditator. Not at all. I'm terrible at it. I can't quite sit still for minutes yet, let alone hours on end. No, I won't claim it's meditation. I won't claim I'm any good at doing what it takes to generate a really good gamma wave with wonderful compassion meditation. I won't say I am able to focus on more than 32 bits of information per second with my conscious mind alone. No, I can't and won't say that. In fact, I'll tell you quite the opposite. It's been my experience that although you can get into a meditative state with meditation, and the few seconds you're there, it's exhilaratingly wonderful and peaceful at the same time. I'm not going to say it's easy, and I'll also say that, well, I neither have the patience nor the 10,000 hours it takes to be fairly okay with beginner's meditation. So this isn't about meditation at all, although it is about that experience. A meditative experience, a calming, connecting, energizing, wonderful, unbounding, limitless experience. That is the thing we seek in meditation. And I didn't get at it through meditation. I didn't get at it through every other technology that was available to me. And I've read most of the useful, supposedly self-help. I've devoured lots of it, from positivism to techniques to either bundle up or open up your unconscious mind, to techniques that train the mind for the worst case scenario so that you're prepared for anything that can happen, to that wonderful adaptation of everything that is excellence, which is called neurolinguistic programming, or NLP. I've done that. I've done most of that for a good part of a decade. And definitely more intently in the last 3 years than ever before. You see, I've looked for every possible solution to a dilemma I have when it comes to taking care of people with pain. Pain's the thing I know. Pain is what I'm best at. I can find pain. I know how to look for it. I know it by name. I know it by taste. I know it by smell. I know how to talk to it. I know how to turn it off. Especially if it's musculoskeletal pain. If it's got something to do with nerves, if it's got something to do with muscles, if it's got something to do with the relationship of one to the other, if it's got something to do with alignment as pertains to pain, if it's got something to do with inflammation around those structures, I kind of know what to do. And part of it's experience, and part of it was me refusing to accept that what standard medical care said was the end possibility is the end possibility. And that mode of thinking enabled me to look beyond standard of care in many countries and to look at the larger picture. Because in the larger picture, surprisingly, buried underneath all the crap is that hope, that possibility, and that capability to actually help take care of people better. Now, my dilemma with this thing I was exposed to is that pain is a subjective thing. It's very subjective. And it's so subjective that what might bother one person completely, totally doesn't bother another person. And some people can be under long-term, intense pain and still be okay and tolerate it fairly well. While some people tolerate even minute bits of pain terribly. They just can't stand it. And because of looking at that concern, at the subjectivity of pain, I've been looking at ways to not only address the body, but also the mind. Because it's one unit, you see. I'm sure you kind of have a notion or inkling of that. I mean, think about it. When you're stressed, anxious, agitated, stressed out, freaked out, your heart races, your breath shallows. You've got this racy, quickened thinking that doesn't exactly get to be productive or healthy for you. And the reverse is true. When your body isn't okay, your mind is restless. And when the mind is restless, your body isn't okay. It's just one in the same unit. It's just that in general medical science, in research even, we've separated mind from body as if they were two distinctly different things. But, well, in truth and in practice and in your experience, you'll know for a fact that mind and body are the same unit. And so my dilemma was, how do I address the mind component of the mind-body behavior around pain? And looking deeper into that, I've noticed how much personal experience colors pain. And so I started to look at all of the therapies out there. And, well, you notice that most therapies tell you it's something that happened to you as early as before childbirth, and definitely at the traumatic event of childbirth, where you have, yourself brought out of a really comfortable environment into a cold, harsh environment where the first thing somebody does is slap your butt and make you cry. That's the first thing that happens as you wake up into this world, physically. And so most therapies say it's about past traumas and how these things have never actually been released. And I was looking there for pieces of the puzzle. And I was looking at positivism and all these other things, because it kind of boiled down to thought. Where if you thought good things, good things would come, or you'd be okay. And yet, I'm sure that for at least some of you, you've done all the good thinking that you can. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, and I'm not okay. And you know for a fact that just trying to write over the scripts of your life doesn't exactly work. No matter how many times you repeat that good script in your head, it doesn't quite work. It doesn't quite turn off the pain. It doesn't quite remove the hurts from both your mental body and your physical body. And the emotional anguish continues. No matter how you try to positive yourself, to gratitude yourself, to be grateful about everything, no matter how you try to journal and unload, no matter how you try to talk with people, talk to people, trash talk people, no matter how you lash out at the outside, things don't quite become better. And so I started to look at other ways. And by no brilliance of mine, one day it just all clicked. And I stumbled upon a new technology. And a very startlingly, deceptively simple technology that falls into the category of, why didn't that occur to me before? Falls into the category of, are you sure? It falls into the category of, oh my God, or the category of, holy, or eureka, because it's just life-changing. And I don't know how to tell you this, but it can be quite easy. And I know it's not a fluke because I've had to test it under different conditions recently. And I know it's not a fluke because in the last 5 weeks, just sharing this technology with people whom I have not been able to reach with traditional best of the best hypnosis and world-class dancing with linguistic semantics and trance staging with neurolinguistic programming and a few other technologies, including several variations of cognitive awareness. Nothing has quite worked as well as this new technology has. And so, to my almost shock, each and every time I've had to use it for these extreme cases, it saved a life. To date, from somewhere, I think, 3rd week of January, and it's now the 1st week of March, I non-delusionally am aware of at least 5 lives directly saved. And this isn't a showing off or a boast. I find no particular need for it. I didn't need to save lives. It's just something that I could do. And I don't actually, at this point with this new technology, and once you get a taste of it, you'll understand. It's not me. It's just something I showed them that's so naturally a part of every single human being. You'll hit your head. You'll facepalm yourself. Why didn't I see that? And the reason is it's not so easy to see because it's staring us right in the face and we can't see it precisely because it's staring us in the face. And because this new technology has been so dramatically helpful, useful, and kind, and compassionate and connected, and all the other things that I've been looking for in the other technologies, it's quite not only innovative, it's quite extraordinarily revolutionary. And I'm just compelled to share it. It's just so life-changing that I think everybody should have a taste of it. Now, I'm saying that with a bit of caution because this is something where if you touch it once, it starts to change you and you're unplugged pretty much forever. And you can try to ignore what your body and mind will tell you, and you can try to ignore the changes that will happen in your life, but they'll start to happen anyway. Once you're unplugged, you're unplugged. Once you take the red pill, you've taken it. And what's amazing is that it's that easy. And I don't know how else to show you this except by showing you. Because again, this is not going to be, just taking somebody's word for it. This isn't going to be some person's speech. This is going to be about me sharing with you an experience that I hope changes your life the way it's changed mine. Or even better. And I'm excited to see what will emerge when we're done. And this has begun to change your life forwards, backwards, and in every direction and in every way possible. In the fulfillment of your dreams. And I do hope to see you and share this with you soon. Till again, we'll see you around. This is Strix again. Stay blessed.